I mean, people compared Charlie to Ian, and that was their decision to stay because Charlie was a tiny little storm. This thing is so big; it's going to be pushing so much water, and I think a lot of folks are going to get caught off guard. A lot of folks still focus on that cone as the impact area, and this is impacting people all the way. Atlanta, Georgia is going to have hurricane force winds. So I think it's just showing you the power of the Gulf of Mexico. We've been talking all season about these water temperatures being very warm, and it's proving a powerful storm is going to have far-reaching effects. And the size is what scares me. Ian was a 4. We saw what that did. And another thing that I'm concerned about is everybody's so focused on this center line eye, but this system is so big. With Ian, we had hurricane winds 80 miles apart. So there's a lot of folks affected. Even if Tallahassee gets a little, this thing goes a little bit to the east, but as the mayor said, it's something that they've never experienced here. And, I think there are going to be a lot of power problems and trees down. It's going to be a mess. Definitely seeing waters are up. You can kind of see it. It's creeping up. And that's the problem with surge. It comes in so fast usually with these winds, and that's what people get caught off guard. They're like, oh, it's nothing, and then all of a sudden it comes in sometimes so quick. And then you, like little towns like this here in St. Mark's, there's one way in, one way out. And if your one way out is covered with water, you're basically trapped. And that's why it's so important to get the heck out, because there's no other way to go. And if the rainfall is another story I'm concerned about. It's record rains in Florida, and that's been happening this whole summer, and we're going to get accumulating rains here through the night. They're talking about 20 inches possibly, so that's going to be another story that we're going to see. And Tallahassee is very roly-poly, and there's going to be a lot of flooding on top of trees down. It's not going to be pretty.
The winds are actually going to be very, very significant, and even though the eye of the storm has entered into Taylor County, you are absolutely going to see major gusts in Jefferson County, in Wakulla County, in Leon County.
Everyone needs to take it seriously, extremely seriously. The potential storm surge is well beyond the immediate path of the hurricane. It could be significant and deadly. For you and your family's sake, I urge everyone in and near the path of the hurricane to listen to local officials and follow evacuation orders when told to do so.
A lot of wind, a lot of rain, lots of debris, almost getting knocked down out here. It floods sometimes when you have a bad storm, but this is the most I've seen it here in a while.
The neighbors who live here say they did not expect this. They didn't think strong winds would come to Orange County, but they did, and this is what it left behind. Paneling is literally laying across the front of their home and on their lawn. It's even covering this white vehicle over here. The neighbors tell me they don't even know how damaged the car is because they can't even get to it right now. They are upset. They're devastated. Of course, this is an unexpected expense. They are, however, hoping that the insurance company can cover that. I did speak to one of the people who live in this home who described what they heard when the roof was being torn off.
So we were having dinner tonight, and as soon as we got done with dinner, all of a sudden you just hear this loud rumble for about 10, 15 seconds, and then you just looked out front and you see the roof just coming off. And for the past 45 minutes or so, it's just progressively gotten worse.
I think the greatest risk right now is that this is still a very dangerous situation. Even though some of the storm surge is receding in Florida, it's still, the water is there and it's dangerous. You need to exercise extreme caution in Florida if you're going out and starting to check in on your home.